Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora and welcome to the Orcon live room. With many thanks to New Zealand On Air, we welcome Anita Clark, aka Motte.
Hey.
How you going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good day. So you've recently been described as a renowned avant classical violin witch, which actually makes a lot of sense when you're listening to your music. What are your main inspirations on this project?
I don't really know about inspirations. I think for me it was the first time I figured out how to write songs by myself instead of just playing in other people's bands. And it just kind of ended up being this kind of set up with a delay pedal and kind of other pedals and things.
So
yeah.
the use of your classical instrument and looped works, it's not really that common. How did you kind of bridge the gap between classical violin and the synth kind of beats?
Well, I'm not really a classical violinist at all. This is the most sort of classical playing I've ever really done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, apart from playing little bits, kind of growing up, but I think with the delay pedal and it being sort of quite a circular movement, it kind of lends itself pretty well to modern classical sort of repetition and layering and that sort of stuff. And I've definitely pushed things more in a cinematic sort of sense as well. So I've just recently, the last couple of years, started writing for film and soundtrack.
Oh wow.
Sort of things.
What kind of films do you like to or want to write for kind of in the future? Like what type of genres, if you do?
I'd like to write for horror movies. Oh. That'd be really fun.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, but just, I think, just what I've done, just because the violin is such an emotional sort of instrument, and you can really, you can really pull at the heartstrings, sort of, or create a sad or bleak or sort of dismal sort of feel. So I don't know. I think I've just, what have I done? Maybe something. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
yeah,
it's very interesting though. So what is your first track for us today?
I'm gonna play "Give It to Me," which I wrote ages ago now, from the last album.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, take it away.
All right.
Thank you.
Good chance. Give it to me one more time with feeling. Hold me down a little stay.
That was absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. That was transfixing to watch, just what you could do with a violin. So that song was called Give It To Me, and you've recently released the video for that.
Yeah, I did.
It was directed by Martin Sagadin and filmed throughout by the stunning Cass Station.
Yeah, that's right.
How, tell us about the process for that video and,
It
when
took
it's
a really
released.
long time.
Took a really long
Yeah,
time.
it took like almost 2 years. I mean, not filming it, we just had to wait for the seasons to come around again and other things. Yeah. I feel funny about it now because it's such a long time in the making, and I hate that.
But I think it paid off, though, with the end product.
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully.
So you released Strange Dreams in early 2017, around 2 years after your release of Songs for Movies. How do you think your sound has progressed through these different works?
Well, the first one, Songs for Movies, was basically me figuring out how to use the delay pedal. And I was just at my house in Christchurch at the time. And I'd borrowed all the gear off my friend, James Sullivan. And he sat me down with it. And I borrowed like a 4-track tape recorder as well. And I just sat there with like half a bottle of vodka and then press record and would change the settings on the pedal, play something, and then figure out how to finish it, and then press stop and then start again till I got to the end of the tape. And then that was that album, so it was fully improvisational and me just figuring out what to do. And then I had to sort of develop the live the live performance from that and how that worked. And then I wanted to figure out how to incorporate vocals into it, so that's how the second album sort of came about. Yeah.
How did you translate the process from sitting down with half a bottle of vodka to actually performing live, because you have such a presence when you're performing?
Oh, I don't know. Just had to actually like manually figure out how to repeat things. Yeah, how to learning from improvising is quite funny sometimes.
You were recently featured in Emmy Pagoni's Works for Loudspeakers exhibition, Music from Her, an exhibition of sound art at Thistle Hall. How did you get involved with her exhibition?
I think Emmy just asked if I wanted to be involved. But that was great. Like, unfortunately, I wasn't here to actually go to the exhibition, and I think she's planning on releasing all the tracks from people that are willing to be involved onto Bandcamp. So that'll be the first time that I'll get to hear everyone else's works. But yeah, just Emmy's a friend of mine, and I've done some. She puts together, like, kind of composes music and puts together music for plays and things. So she's asked me to give her some violin stuff before.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, but what a cool exhibition. That was really great, and I actually got some really great work out of it. Writing some music for the Royal NZ Ballet from that exhibition, which is amazing. Yeah,
That
for
is
the choreographic season in March.
That is amazing.
I know. Yeah, awesome.
That's a huge project, from going from messing around with a delayed loop to writing for the Royal New Zealand Ballet.
I know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What is your second track for today?
Oh, let me see. Do you reckon we've got time for another one after this?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. I'll play an instrumental.
Cool.
This is from the same album. It's called Bathhouse.
was so great. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Listening to that, I was just kind of envisioning how that would look on a Royal New Zealand Ballet stage. Now that we know that that's your next project,
Yeah.
kind of coming up, which is really, really exciting. So, you've been around for ages, not always under the name of Motte, and you've been playing in the Eastern, forming New Dawn with another local darling, Indira, Force playing in Devilish Mary and the Holy Rollers. How does your time in these projects influence your creative decisions now for your own solo projects?
Well, the Eastern were just like playing folk music. Collaboration between me and Indy was really awesome. We worked together really well. She moved to Berlin, so we kind of stopped after that album. But that was awesome. That was kind of taking what I do here and then combining it with what she does and just making this big sound. So that was cool. We worked together really well. Devilish Mary and the Holy Rollers was kind of like my funny little sort of jazz band in Christchurch. Do a lot of sort of, I guess, standards, but all strings, so like just double bass guitar and violin, and that was really fun to push things in that sort of more technical way. And I guess, I don't know, it all influences things. I don't really like to think about it overly too much, but it definitely makes an impact. Yeah.
So I've seen this project described in so many different ways, and I think one of my favourites was like being stuck inside a hothouse in the dead of night. Why do you think your sound is so hard for people to kind of define?
I don't know. I find it hard to define as well. That's why there are all those crazy, crazy descriptive lines there. I don't know. I guess maybe because it pulls from a lot of places, but I guess it is just modern classical. I guess without modern classical sort of with a noise ambient. I don't know. I don't want to start describing myself. It's too hard.
It seems to be fitting though into the current musical scape because people are wanting you, and you're performing with the All Seen Hand, Earth Tongue and Business at Meow tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
Exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Earth Tongue had just come back from 5 months in Europe, and it's their first show tonight back. All Seeing Hand, always love playing with them. We seem to end up touring quite a lot over the last couple of years. And I think one of the reasons that works so well is because we're so different, and so that contrast is amazing. It's a beautiful thing, especially like when you get it just right. We've played some really great shows. In some amazing venues, and I think that's why it works. I think more bands need to be a bit more, gutsy with that sort of bringing some contrast into the lineup, because that really works in your favour a lot, I'd say.
Is there anything you'd like to say to all of our listeners before your show and before your last track for today?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for asking some nice questions. Come to the show if you're in if you're here, because this only is broadcast in Wellington, isn't it? Yes.
Broadcast all over the world.
Oh well, yeah, there you go, in Wellington. It's nice to be here. I've just moved into the city And look forward to playing more shows.
All right, thank you so much. Well, take it away for your last track.
Cool. This is a new song. I just recorded a new album actually, but it's not ready yet. But yeah, this will be on it.
stunning.
Thank you.
Oh, we can hear everyone in the studio.
Oh, thanks.
Lots of applause. Thank you so much for coming in today. It was a pleasure to interview you and have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me. Thanks.
So you can catch Motte today at Meow at 9 p.m. and she is performing with the All Seen Hand, Earth Tongue and Business tonight with the show visuals by Lady Laserlight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you know her?
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Most incredible. What do you call them? Visual
Technician.
whatever. I don't know. She's in a league of her own.
Yeah.
Yep. She's amazing.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
See you then tonight.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Active Live.